in 2019 ended at a total of 180 homicides.
They so caught up in my pie, but don't know what's inside. I've been down and I've been up, still ain't giving up.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Octavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Octavia. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Washington, DC. In today's video, I will be covering DC's homicide rate. Before I get into what today's topic is, I want to talk a little bit more about myself, and I also want to say thank you for 2.4K. We almost at 3,000, and I'm really happy about that. Shout out to y'all. And also, I'm a young mom and an entrepreneur, and ever since I had my daughter, I just kicked what I wanted to do into high gear, as well as focusing on my responsibilities as a parent. And I also have my own business. My business is a cosmetic brand. It is called Crush on You Cosmetics, Koi Cosmetics for short. And I have a lot of things releasing this week coming up. So make sure that you go to this website right here and you support my brand. It's 2020. It's a whole new decade, a whole new year. And we just got to kick everything into high gear. Today, I will be talking about DC's homicide rate, and I have previously talked about DC's homicide rate and what I think the issue is, and this video will be no different, but it is different in a sense that the homicide rate has escalated from my previous video. In 2019, ended at a total of 180 homicides. Why that is alarming and why I feel like, this is almost like a state of emergency, because it's not just a targeted thing anymore. It's more so any and everybody will get it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm noticing is it's a lot more children, as well as there's a lot of young women that unfortunately get killed in certain manners and situations. Now, what I want to talk about in total is what I think it is. And number one, I feel like it's a lot of young kids out here who don't have the proper guidance. I feel like it's a lot of young kids out here that don't have parents. And you can have parents, but not really have parents, if you know what I mean. Like, I remember growing up, it would be certain people who, like, say it's a holiday, or say, it's a day where we don't have school. Say it's the weekend. They would literally be outside from morning till nighttime, and sometimes it's not even like a choice. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they get pushed out of the house, like, oh, you got to go find something to do. And if any parent is an actual parent, they would know what's going on in the streets. Whether the situation occurs that there is a young person behind a gun or in front of it, that is how it's going. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of young kids that don't feel that they don't have anything to do. Coming from like my generation, a lot of people got their strikes really fast, like at a young age. So coming into, let's say 21, 22, we young adults, you can't really get a job that I could get because I don't have the strikes that you have. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people, especially in this city, feel like there's nothing else to resort to. And it's sad when, it's the younger generation that feel that way, when we have struggles too. It's not all made in a shade for us, and y'all have a lot more growing up to do. But where it can get fixed, where I feel like a decrease will happen, is when parents start to be parents. You have to know what your children are into. You have to know who their friends are. I don't care if they call it controlling. It is what it is, At the end of the day, there are many situations where friends kill friends. There are many situations where friends set up friends, and the list can go on and on. And there's also situations where friends can give you things that are laced, and then X, Y, and Z takes place. So parents need to definitely start being parents in this city. You know, I understand wholeheartedly having a child young and what you feel like that takes from you, but at the end of the day, it's what you did. You know what I'm saying? In my position, is what I did, and I'm making a way, you know, because regardless, I don't want her to grow up seeing me doing negative and she think it's okay. And 9 times out of 10, that's how things happen, and that's how things happen on both sides. You know, whether it's a single mom and she just thinking about herself and getting hers, and she got 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, she's still doing her. They seeing all of that, and they're gonna want to follow that, whether, you know, it be her ways or the dudes that she invite in. I'm just trying to give y'all examples and on what it really could be, and what I really think it is. And on that note of, you know, it being a single mom and she just thinking about getting hers and everything like that, and having, you know, these consistent toxic relationships, well, that's what a young woman is going to subconsciously chase after. That is what a young woman is going to look at, and she's going to think of it as love. And a lot of young girls get in positions where they're on these sites and these older men are promising these things and they're really eating it up. It is their fault because you're supposed to have some sense no matter who you come from, but at the same time, it's not their fault because that's all they seen. You know, so I see a problem with that too, and all these missing posters of these young girls. It's really just unfortunate. You know, some of them get found, some of them don't get found, but they get seen on these sex trafficking websites, and there is no, like, it's almost like an R. Kelly situation. Like, are you being held against your will, or are they brainwashing you to feel like they're on your side and we're not? And like I said, a lot of those situations don't turn out where the person gets reunited with their family. So it's really a sad situation where I'm seeing young people in general, lives being ended in such terrible ways. What I'm seeing as well is I'm seeing a lot of hit and run accidents that are occurring, and the victims of these accidents do not live. They do not walk away from that unscathed. They do not live. As I stated before, my sister, I will put her YouTube page right up here, and it will be up here as well. She got hit by a car maybe 4 months ago now, and she's doing a fabulous job in recovery, but them hoe ass niggas really tried to take her life, and that's what I'm seeing a lot of as well, and it's really terrible. I feel like drivers in DC especially, they are very reckless, and road rage here is very real. And just like in my sister's situation, there was no way to escape that. You know what I'm saying? It was to her a deliberate attack without even knowing them, and them not even knowing her. And I'm seeing a lot of those become, you know, fatalities, and it's just really a shame that not only is it young people that's behind the wheel that really shouldn't be, that's trying to be grown, but it's just period people that can't drive and that shouldn't drive and that just shouldn't have a license or shouldn't have a car, shouldn't know a person with a car, none of that, you know? But with every video where I'm discussing the issues within my city, I always want to say that I'm praying for better days, and I'm praying for the victims of these homicides, no matter how big or how small, their lives got ended, cut short, and there is no need for that. You know what I'm saying? In due time, it's going to be a ghost town because we hating on each other so much. It's going to be a ghost town, and it's going to be nobody because we can't show each other love. It's going to literally be nobody in the city because we all extinct each other for what? Instead of congratulating each other. So with that, like I said, I'm praying for better days, and I'm gone.